The following is a special presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to week number 4 here in the Hometown Football League. As all of a sudden I got a little scratch on my nose. Big Polly coming to you. Welcome to the Big Polly's World of Sports Sims channel. If you are brand new, if you like this, click that like button, that thumbs up button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. So this is week number 4 here in season number 2 of the HTFL. We have 4 teams left that are undefeated. We're going to see one right now, Minnesota, traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The other 3 teams right now, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and surprisingly, Detroit. So let's get it started. I hope you enjoyed the new open. I had a little time to my advantage on Saturday morning because I do my defragging of my hard disk on Saturday mornings. I know, too much information. Too much information. But the defragging was taking forever because I added the new video editing software and it had to defrag all of that. So I put together 3 openings for the big 3 shows I do. The Pro Wrestling Tour, the OOTP series, and the Hometown Football League, which you just saw. An 83-degree day, October in Miami, which is just like September. And Minnesota 3-0, Miami 2-1. Of course, they lost last week to Atlanta in a game we had. So computer will set the roster. I will play as Miami. The computer will play as Minnesota. Hard Rock Stadium on the Broward-Dade County border, Miami-Dade County as they call it nowadays. It's Tarkenton and it's Marino, the respective quarterbacks from left to right. Coin toss goes Miami's way. They will defer to the second half. Ishmael, Nelson, Jones back deep for Minnesota. And it's a touchback. Minnesota in the white squares, Miami in the green. We'll start by giving you the lineup for Minnesota offensively in their base formation. It's Peterson and Kleinsasser are the running backs. Carter and Stephon Diggs, who of course now plays for Buffalo, they are the wide receivers. Jordan the tight end. You got Tarkenton, and you got a stout offensive line, 4 10s on it, 4 blocking. And for the linemen, the 10s are the blocking numbers, the 10, 10, 10, 8, 10, you see. Zimmerman, McDaniel, Tingelhoff, White, and Yeri. For the backs and the receivers, the numbers are their reception ratings. So Peterson's a 3 out of the backfield, Kleinsasser a 4. And we'll see what happens here. First and 10, Minnesota. As we start this game, we'll give you the Miami defense in a minute. It's a pitch to Peterson, and the Miami defense getting good penetration. Cameron Wake on the tackle for Miami, and a loss of 4 yards. Defensively for Miami, and these numbers are their defense ratings. Taylor is the only 10. He plays 1 defensive end. Wake is a 9. Baumhauer and Fernandez are 8s. Cox, Thomas, Bocamper are your linebackers. Davis, Sertain, Anderson, and Jake Scott are your defensive backs. So it's 2nd and 14 after that loss by Peterson. Tarkenton goes to the air and finds Jordan for a gain of 16. They're going to put Bill Brown in the game, replacing Kleinsasser. And it's 1st and 10 at the 32. So we'll give you the Miami offense and the Minnesota defense when they get the ball initially. A 1st and 10 at the 32. It's Tarkenton throwing, completing a pass to Chris Carter. Gain of 14. One of the all-time great receivers. Probably a bit underrated by the critics. But I always thought Carter was a top-notch receiver. First and 10 at the 46 as Minnesota's moving the ball. They were looking for Carter over the middle there, incomplete, tipped by Surtain. Second and 10. We're still at the 46-yard line. It's Tarkenton throwing deep to Diggs. Not quite on the sideline. A gain of 26 yards. Davis making the stop for Miami. Recording this January 24, 2022, the day after the Bucs were eliminated in the playoffs, and we had one of the best playoff games of all time, with Kansas City outlasting Buffalo 42-36 in overtime. And Tarkenton back to throw. This is going to be intercepted by Dick Anderson, and it's his first pick of the season. By the animation, you could tell it was an interception, so wasn't going out on a limb there. So the Dolphins take over first and 10. Sorry about the lip licking, because I just had fried chicken right before I started doing this game. Publix fried chicken, nothing like it. Zonka and Tony Nathan are the two running backs. Landry and Fryer, 2-8s. They are the wideouts. Clay is a 6 at tight end. Marino from Pittsburgh, your quarterback. Webb, Little, Langer, Sims, and Evans are your offensive linemen. And we'll go through the Minnesota defense in just a minute. We're going to stretch it out and go to Zonka on first down. And that's a gain of just 1 yard. Randall making the stop for Minnesota. You got 4 10s. 110 plus on the Minnesota defensive side of the ball. Eller, Dolman, Page, Randall. Front 4. Page is the 10 plus. Blair, Simeon, Winston, your linebackers. Bryant, Rhodes, Browner, and Paul Krause are your defensive backfield. Second and 9. Ball at the 21. We're going to screen it to Tony Nathan. And Nathan completes it. Marino completes it to Nathan. Gain of 11 and a first down. Winston goes out with an injury and will be replaced by McDaniel, Ed McDaniel. Out of Clemson. First and 10, the ball at the 32. Let me see if I drink a Diet Dr. Pepper real fast. That lip licking will go away. It hasn't. First and 10. I have a rather stubborn particle of food on my lips. Zonka, trap right. That's a gain of, we have something happening here. A fumble, Minnesota recovering it, but we're looking at it. Stand by.
Further review, the runner was down by contact.
No fumble. No fumble on the play. It's a gain of 5, and Zonka out of Syracuse has quite a scare. We're going to go quick pitch to Tony Nathan on 2nd and 5. And, that was a mistake. Loss of 4. Simeon on the tackle, and the Boo Birds added full force in Miami. 3rd and 9. And we'll go Nat Moore on a cross on a 3 wide receiver set. And, look at that. Carl Eller. The Boo Birds relentless here at Hard Rock. That's a sack, and looked like Marino was blindsided. And that's going to set up 4th and a bunch. Larry Seipel coming on to punt. And we'll go through the weather real fast. Very negligible wind, 0 to 5 mile an hour. Minnesota has the wind advantage, but it's not much. Punt went 46 yards, a fair catch by West at the 30. Minnesota takes over, 1st and 10 from there. 9 minutes left, opening quarter. Now you know everybody, and that is Brown with a play of 4 yards. Wake on the tackle for Miami. I nearly said Minnesota, which would have been wrong. 2nd and 6 at the 34. Yeah, I would dare say that the weekend's games this week that just went by as I was recording this may have been the greatest weekend in NFL history because we had some great games. 3rd and 4, the ball at the 36. Tarkenton throwing, intercepted. Zach Thomas, I believe that's back-to-back interceptions by Tarkenton. He's 3 for 6 and he's thrown 2 picks. And Miami set up in great territory at the 31. We're going to go medium fly to Jarvis Landry on first down. The throw is to Tony Nathan underneath.
Holding offense, number 66, 10-yard penalty.
Little gets called for holding, so that comes back, and it's going to be a 1st and 20. I'll tell you this. The NFL has to fix their overtime system after that Buffalo-Kansas City game. Trap right, Larry Zonka. And Zonk will pick up half of those yards back, a game of 10. Maybe just for the playoffs only, they should have a system where both teams are guaranteed at least one more possession. Imagine how good that game would have been. Say Kansas City kicks the extra point in overtime. They're up 7, and Buffalo scores. And if you had a system where each team got the ball, then Kansas City would have gotten it back. Buffalo would have been inclined to go for 2 and win the game. Medium fly to Fryer. Now, of course, they weren't talking about changing the overtime system when the Patriots won Super Bowl 51 in overtime. Still to this day, the only Super Bowl to go OT. Screen to Zonka on 3rd and 9. We'll try to catch him underneath, and that is going to be short of the first down. Dolman injured on the last play, the right defensive end. His return probable. Hunter. Danielle Hunter comes in. He's out of LSU. So Miami wants to try a field goal of 44 yards distance. We'll see if we don't have our long snapper in the game. It is Langer. Let's see if yeah, okay. So even with a long snapper in, which is Langer, it would be a 1 in 3 chance of hitting the field goal. But we're going to try it. And he pulled it right. No good. 5:39 now left opening quarter. We have no score. 1st and 10 at the 34. Of course, they're already talking about Tom Brady possibly retiring after the Bucs came back from a huge hole, 27-3, tied the game at 27, and then the Rams, after a defensive breakdown by the Bucs that allowed Kupp to get open and kick the field goal 130-27. So we had 4 great games. 2nd and 10 at the 34. And Tarkenton scrambling, he gets a first down, a pickup of 11. 1st and 10 at the 45. Cincinnati beating Tennessee. Tennessee again was a top seed and got beat. Round 1 for them, or the first game in the playoffs for them. And Green Bay got beat in round 1, their first game. Actually, it's the second round, and they got beat by San Francisco. 1st and 10 at the 45, Minnesota. And that's a pass to Diggs, and Diggs is loose, past the 30, down to the 26. He has 29 yards. He has 2 catches for 55 yards. He's off to a good start. 1st and 10 at the 26. Touchdown, Brown. Tarkenton to Brown for that distance they needed, which was 26. And Minnesota on the board. Your extra point is good by Walsh. 7-0, the Vikings lead with 3:01 left in the opening frame. Hampton, Ted Ginn Jr., and Mercury Morris all back deep for Miami, and this is going to be a touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10. We're going to go Irving Fryer on a medium cross. Try to catch Minnesota napping, expecting a run, and it's good for 14 yards against Atlanta. In a game we had last week here on this channel. He had 7 catches for $125. Tomorrow we're going to have Buffalo and Tampa Bay for you. Medium fly to Nat Moore. They're already saying that Buffalo-Kansas City game was one of the best of all time. I tend to agree, but we have to wait for the historical context. Definitely a top 5 game of all time. Because there were 3 situations in the fourth quarter where you thought the game was over and one team was going to win. So that was Marino to Moore, 18 yards, a 1st and 10 now at the Minnesota 48. We'll screen it. No. We're going to trap it right with Zonka, see if we can take advantage of the less congested box for Minnesota, but they call timeout. Minnesota did not look ready. 1st and 10 at the Viking 48. We're going to slant to Irving Fryer and hope he breaks it big, and he doesn't. It's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Sweep right. Zonka. Try to make it a little more manageable. And he gains 12 yards, so it's a 1st down again at the Minnesota 38. We're going to go Nat Moore on a fly route. 1st and 10, medium fly. That is off of Moore's hands for an incompletion. And Zonka off tackle right. And that's a gain of 1 yard. 3rd and 9. So you wonder when the Rams play the 49ers and the Bengals play the Chiefs, so we'll have some more magic. Actually, that's going to be the end of the first quarter in this game. It is Miami trailing the Vikings 7-0, but they're driving a 3rd and 9 at the 35, so a critical play. Minnesota had 13 plays, 124 yards, and committed 2 turnovers. Miami, 13 for 64. But it's Minnesota holding the lead. We're going to go Fryer, medium cross on 3rd and 9. And he's caught it. Gain of 16.
Holding offense.
But it's coming
Number
back.
73, 10-yard penalty.
3rd and 19. So they'll put Marino in the gun and go long. And they're going to look to, well, they just threw it to Fryer, so we'll go Chris Chambers. 3rd and 19. Throw and incompletion. That must be Minnesota fans cheering that. So Miami will punt and try to shoehorn the Vikes. And that did not work out. A touchback. 1st and 10 Vikings at the 20. We're just beginning the second quarter, and Minnesota holding a 7-0 lead. They are undefeated so far in Season 2 in the HTFL.
False start. Offense. Number 64, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
They get McDaniel for a false start. Randall McDaniel. 1st and 15 at the 15. Give is to Adrian Peterson, gaining 6 yards. And that gets him to 2 carries and 2 yards. Because remember, earlier in the game, he had a rush for -4. 2nd and 9 at the 21. It's Tarkenton. It's Diggs. It's a catch at 10. Davis on the tackle for the Fish. 1st and 10 at the 31. The throw complete to Jordan. Scott on the tackle. They're just short of the first. It's 2nd and inches at the 41. And Tarkenton going long. Finding Jordan, another big gain, 25 yards. So far, Tarkenton has only thrown 1 incomplete pass. He's 8 of 11 and 2 picks, 156 yards. 1st and 10 at the 34. Of course, Tarkenton retired 1978.
Holding offense. Number 67, 10-yard penalty.
They get White for a holding, which is why Peterson was so open. 1st and 20 at the 44. I guess so loose would not be a bad thing to call it. Incomplete. Tarkenton looking for Carter. Now, Miami, all they got to do for a couple plays is just play preventatively. That's complete to Carter. A gain of 13 on the stop. 3rd and 7. Miami in a dime. That's incomplete. Looking for Bill Brown. So Walsh comes on. They'll try a field goal of 48 yards. Did, solid, perfect. And Minnesota leading 10 to nothing. So this is week number 4 of the HTFL. We play 18 games. Everybody plays 18 games. It's an 18-week season, so nobody has a bye. Hampton and Jr. and Morris back deep. Miami now down 2 scores. That's a touchback. And it's now 1st and 10 for Miami at the 20. We'll go Zonka. We'll try to stick to the running game. And that is a gain of 1 for Zonka, who's at 6 carries and 30 yards. They'll go 3 wide. And they'll look for Clay on a medium slant route on 2nd and 9. But he's well covered. And that's an incompletion. Put Marino in the gun and have him find Landry on 3rd and 9. And that is caught. Did he get the first? He did. Just got what he needed to move the chains. Trap left Zonka, 1st and 10 at the 31. He'll pick up 3. Simeon on the tackle for Minnesota. A 2nd and 7, the ball at the 34. We're down to 8:46 left until halftime. Moore, medium out.
Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Oh yeah, Randall was whiffing with one of the Miami offensive linemen, and the officiating crew, kind of like Sean Hockley and Tom Brady, saw enough to throw a yellow hanky, and it's 1st and 10 at the 49. Trap right, Zonka. He'll pick up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. We'll go to Fryer. Medium out. Caught. Fryer's having a good day. A pickup of 15. 2 catches, 29 yards. Thought he had more catches than that, actually. Zonk off tackle right, 1st and 10. And that's a gain of a yard. Zonka is now up to 9 carries and 36 yards. Moore. Medium hitch on 2nd and 9 at the 33. That's incomplete. And that'll set up 3rd and 9. We'll go to Moore. Caught, and he got the first down just barely. Move the chains for the Dolphins. We're going to go Zonka, trap right, 1st and 10. And Zonka bulls ahead for 7 yards. Bryant making the stop. Bobby Bryant for Minnesota. We'll go Moore. Crossing route. 2nd and 3 at the 17. And Moore has a touchdown. Dolphins. Nat Moore has cut the game to 4 points. 10-6. We got the extra point coming. Carpenter is good, and it's 10-7, 4:04 left in the half. This game seems to be moving right along. Ishmael, Nelson, and Jones back deep for the Vikings, and it's a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20. Tarkenton's been almost unstoppable so far, but they hand it off to Peterson. A gain of 12. Peterson's now up to 14 yards on 3 carries. Had a $124 against Cincinnati. That was another game we had last week on the HTFL. It's in the playlist. 1st and 10 at the 32. Bring you 90 regular season games, this one being number 16. Peterson, off tackle to the right side, gains nothing, and we'll have all 15 playoff games. 2nd and 10 at the 32. It's Brown gaining 8 yards. And Minnesota's going to take it to the 2-minute warning with a 10-7 lead. Minnesota with 2 timeouts left. Miami with 3, each team holding on to their challenge. 3rd and 2. Ball at the 40. That's caught by Diggs, a gain of 7. And Minnesota using their second timeout. They have 1 remaining. First and 10 at the 47. This is a screen to Carter, but incomplete. Tarkenton now 10 of 16, 2 picks and 176 yards and a touchdown. Second and 10. This is a throw to Diggs. That's incomplete. Third and 10, a buck 43 on the clock. The throw is caught by Carter. Did he get the first? He did not. A gain of 9. He needed 10. In Cincinnati, in the prior week, he had 8 catches for 94. I'm watching for a fake here, 4th and a yard. And that was not a good punt by Bob Lee.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty.
But Miami committing the cardinal sin of going offside on 4th and less than 5. That's going to give Minnesota new life, a first down at the 39. Tarkenton. Deep throw, incomplete, looking for Diggs. Making it 2nd and 10. The ball at the 39. That's complete to Brown with a 12-yard gain. And Miami will call time. I'm sorry, not Miami, but Minnesota. Brown has 2 catches, 38 yards. He had a touchdown earlier in the day. First and 10 at the 27. Diggs near the sideline, gaining 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Ball to 21. Minnesota getting close to pay dirt. Incomplete. Tarkenton was looking for Brown there. Tarkenton now with 203 yards in the first half. 55 seconds remain. It's 3rd and 4th, 21. The throw to Brown, incompletion. Walsh comes on. Will try a field goal of 38 yards with 52 seconds to go. It's blocked and recovered by Manny Fernandez. So Miami, 48 seconds to go. They have 3 timeouts, I beg your pardon. Hitch to Moore on 1st and 10 from the 30. Incomplete. Marino now 8 of 4, 97 yards. Look to Fryer over the middle on the slant. Instead, it's complete to Moore. And with 35 seconds left to go, Miami will call time. And they'll talk about this 3rd and 1. Let's get the first down at least. Let's trap it with Zonka. Got a 4 and 5 chance this goes for a first. It does not. No gain. And Randall makes the tackle. And we'll just let the clock run out. We can't get the first down. We're not going to let Minnesota get the ball. Minnesota did not call a timeout because they had none. And the score at halftime is Minnesota 10 and Miami 7. So tomorrow we'll have the Bills and the Buccaneers for you. They have both gotten off to a good start here in the HTFL. And we will have games throughout the week. Try to fill that football niche, the football cravings you may have after that wild week in the NFL with the divisional playoff games. One of the best weekends I think they have ever had in NFL history. But fix that overtime, please. Let both teams in the playoffs get a touch of the ball in overtime. I'd keep the system the way it is for regular season games, but not to let Josh Allen get the ball back one more time is kind of ridiculous. It was a great game. Kansas City was down a field goal. They had 13 seconds to get in field goal range, and they did it. You don't see that every day. Miami gets it to start the second half. Hampton and Jr. and Morris back deep. The Fish haven't been squished yet. It's 10-7. That's a touchback. And now I think Miami's going to go back to their running game, which is not too shabby here. It's Zonka. He loses a yard. He has 12 carries and 42 yards. Nathan is 1 for a -4. We'll go to him on a screen pass on 2nd and 11. Marker down.
Holding, offense. Number 78, 10-yard penalty.
And the bad news keeps piling up from Miami. It's not third, but it's second and 21. Cross, Clay on the aforementioned down and distance. Clay picks up 13, so a 3rd and 8 at the 22. That's what Miami has. We'll go to Clay on a hitch. 3rd and 8. He's got it, and he's got the first down, a pickup of 9. 1st and 10 at the 31. Trap left Zonka, 1st and 10. And Zonk gains 3 of those yards back. Langer hurt on the play, but he will stay in. He is the center for Miami. It is 2nd and 7 at the 34. We'll go more on a crossing route. Get that short passing game going. That's incomplete. So what do you do on 3rd and 7? We'll give it to Fryer on a short cross.
False start. Offense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Oh, Evans gets called for the false start, making it 3rd and 12. Go 4 wide. And look to Landry. And hope not to pick up any more laundry. There was a man in motion there. That's incomplete. And it's 4th and 12, so the defense is going to have to hold on for Miami here. Zeipel will come in to punt. Good punt. That went 51 yards. West had to go back a little bit, only returned it for 2, for a 49-yard net. 1st and 10 Minnesota. They're at their own 22, 11:29 left in the 3rd. Tarkenton throwing, incomplete. Had Jordan open for a moment, but coverage closed in by Jake Scott. 2nd and 10 at the 22. No, it's not Jake from State Farm. That's deflected by Surtain, another incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 at the 22. Incomplete pass again. Tarkenton was looking for Diggs that time. 4th and 10 at the 22. Here you go. Punt by Bob Lee, who was for many years Tarkenton's backup with the Minnesota Vikings, and he also doubled as the punter. Jin Jr. with a fair catch at the 30. Is that a 6 or an 8? It's a 6. So Minnesota starts from their own 36. A 7-10 score, if you're looking at it from the Miami point of view. Trap right, Nathan. 1st and 10 from there. And Nathan will get close to first down yardage. In fact, he's got it by a yard. 1st and 10, the ball at the 47. We'll go Zonka. See if we can keep it going. Trap right. And that's a gain of 6. A very good offensive line for Miami against a very good defensive line for Minnesota. Irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Gain of 4. It's a first down for Zonka, who is now up to 15 carries and 55 yards. Back to Nathan on a trap right. And that's a penalty.
Holding. Offense. Number 80, 10-yard penalty.
They get Fryer, one of the receivers, for hold. And it's going to be 1st and 20. Screen to Landry. Try to give them something they weren't expecting. And there it is, a gain of 9. Setting up 2nd and 11. 8:23 now left in quarter number 3. Trap right, Zonka. That's a gain of just 2 yards. Randall on the stop for the Vikes. We'll go more. Short hitch on 3rd and 9. That's incomplete. 4th and 9. Carpenter's only got a 4% chance of hitting a field goal, so we will just pooch it in with Seipel. Trying to do the old soft shoe here. And West with the fair catch at the 15. So the punt only went 27 for Larry Seipel, who was a punter and a defensive back on that 72 Dolphins team that is still the only team in the Super Bowl era to go undefeated. Ball to 15, first and 10, and we'll have no repeat champion in the NFL for the 17th straight year. It's now second and 10 at the 15. This is Tarkenton to Peterson for a 1-yard gain. Third and 9. Ball at the 16. Tarkenton will throw. It's incomplete. And Miami gets it back on a punt, barring a turnover. Bob Lee back to punt. And that is Ginn Jr., another fair catch. He returned a no return. The punt went 40, so the net was 40. 5:10 left in the third quarter. Back and forth with punts we have been going in this third quarter. It's first and 10 for Miami at their own 44. Off tackle right, and the 3-wide receiver set is Sonka. And he gains 6 yards. Second and 4. We're going to go Nathan on a screen. And at the last minute, Winston got to it, but Nathan still held on, and he probably wishes he didn't, as that's a loss of 3 yards. We're going to go Landry, medium cross, third and 7 from the 47. That's a catch. That's a gain of 14. Smith making the tackle for the Vikes. And we're now down to 3:28. Zonka, trap right. And he gets back to the line and picks up a yard more. Second and 9, the ball at the 38 now. We'll go Fryer, medium out route. That's going to be incomplete. Sometimes with the animations, you can just tell what's about to happen. Third and 9. We're still at the 38-yard line. 5 wide receivers are in the game. Try to stretch out the defensive backfield a little bit. And we're going to go O.J. McDuffie on a short cross. That's caught by McDuffie. He picks up 10. It's a first down for Miami. Double tight end set, so we go from one extreme to another. We're going to go Zonka on a dive. First and 10, and we got a penalty.
Holding, offense, number 22, 10-yard penalty.
And they get Tony Nathan for the offside, for the holding call, I beg your pardon. That's the 7th penalty for Miami in this game. They have racked up 60 yards of penalties. Buck 19 left in the third. It's 10-7. Anybody's game. Zonka picks up 5 of those yards back. Second and 15, we'll go Tony Nathan off tackle right side. And he gets another 8 yards back. That'll do it for quarter number 3. It is Minnesota 10 and the Dolphins still at 7. Minnesota has run 38 plays, 243 yards. Miami has run 48 plays for 235. So it's about an even game. 3rd and 7. Minnesota coming in undefeated. 3-0. Nathan on a screen. 3rd and 7. And it's incomplete. Now Miami is kicking into the wind, so the field goal effort here of 42 yards is going to be a difficult one for Dan Carpenter, but they'll try it. And he got it. Your score is now 10 even. 10-10 with 14:43 left in the fourth. Ishmael, Nelson, and Jones back deep for the Vikes. And Ishmael's going to take it a yard or two deep in the end zone. It was 2 yards deep. Johnson on the tackle at the 20, so the return was 22. Minnesota had a 10-0 lead at one point in this game after about 20 minutes, and Miami has now stormed back to tie it at 10 apiece. See what Tarkenton can do. He's 13 of 27 now, 203, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 1 pick. The throw is complete to Steve Jordan. Miami will challenge the spot of the ball.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
So Miami loses their challenge, but I figure with the situation being the fourth quarter, it was a smoke 'em if you got 'em situation. Second and inches, ball at the 30. And Brown gets the first down, pickup of 2. McDaniel will remain in the game despite a finger injury. First and 10 at the 32. Looking for Bill Brown, that's incomplete. Second and 10 at the 32 still. That's Brown underneath, a gain of 2 yards. A little check down action. Third and 8, ball at the 34. Tarkenton out of the pocket, looks for Brown again, but covered well by Dick Anderson, and Miami will get the ball back, barring a turnover. Here's Bob Lee, not with ESPN. And that's a punt of 50, and Lee may have been injured on that last kick. And we'll see if that sticks. Miami with the ball, first and 10 at their own 16. Dive, Zonka, first and 10. And he picks up 3 hard yards. Blair making the tackle, the left outside linebacker. It's now second and 7. Landry, medium cross, with Minnesota playing short tight. It's caught, and Landry with room, past the 50, all the way down to the 45, pickup of 36 yards, and it's first and 10 at the Minnesota 45. Zonk, trap left, and he picks up 5. That was his 21st carry of the game, running behind Little and Langer, 210 offensive blockers that the Dolphins have. Second and 5, ball at the 40. Medium fly to Fryer on display. And that's caught, a gain of 14. Rhodes on the stop for Miami. We have a
ruling on
repeal.
The field is confirmed. Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
Okay, ruling on the field stands there. They were asking whether or not the pass was completed. It was. So the Vikings lose their challenge and a timeout. 10:22 left. That might be critical as the game progresses. Off tackle right, Larry Zonka. And Zonka with a 4-yard play. Rhodes coming out, his return probable. So Carl Lee out of Marshall coming into the game. Second and 6. And Miami's going to pound the rock here a little bit. Actually, with the Minnesota playing short tight, we're going to go medium hitch to Clay. Second and 6. That's incomplete. Third and 6. Going to look to Chambers over the middle on third and 6. 4 wide set, and Chambers has it. Pick up a 13. Marino now 17-19 for 208. And that stat just ticked up to 18-30 for 221. First and 10. First and goal at the 9. That could be a good time to go to Zonka with the uncongested box. No gain. Bryant on the tackle. For the Vikes, we'll go back to Zonka in a 3 wide set. He's not gaining anything at all. Third and goal, ball at the 9, 8:30 left. How about a short pass to Landry? Throw. Incomplete, deflected off of Smith. Carpenter, a 64% chance of hitting this, but he blew it. 26-yard attempt is no good. And the Vikings have life. First and 10 at the 20, 7:49 left to go. Should we go to overtime, we use the old school sudden death rules. First team to score wins. And that's Bill Brown picking up 11. Brown on the day, coming in favor of Kleinsasser, has 7 carries and 27 yards. He has 3 catches for 40 yards, including one for a touchdown, the only touchdown Minnesota has gotten. First and 10, ball to 31, 7:37 to go. And that's another catch by Bill Brown, picking up 7. Dick Anderson on the tackle for Miami. Second and 3, the ball at the 38. The throw is caught by Jordan, a gain of 7. So Minnesota stacking up the yardage. They are up to 282 on the day, Miami at 310. First and 10 at the 45. Another throw for Tark, incomplete. His 34th of the day. Second and 10 at the 45. And Peterson loses a yard. He has not been a factor in today's contest. 6 carries for 14 yards and no catches. So now third and 11. That's incomplete. That's 4th down. And punting it away was Bob Lee, so he was not injured. Or if he was, they just hustled him back out there. So the bench must be saying, well, you're the only punter we got. So that's how it's going to be. First and 10 at the 9, 4:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Trap left Zonka on first and 10. As they try to get out of the shadow of their own goal posts. 4-yard gain. Simeon on the stop. And Miami just content to play it conservatively for now. Trap right Zonka. 2nd and 6. And Zonka get the first? He did not. It's just short. 3:23 to go. They'll go full house and put Lamar Miller in. And he'll go for a dive. And that's a first. Pickup of 2. 2:43 left. Now they go 3 wide. And they're going to put Moore in on a slant route. And he's wide open. That's a gain of 19. And that'll take us to the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes left to go. It's a 10-10 tie. And Minnesota has 2 timeouts. Miami with 3. Now I think you'll see the Dolphins get a little busy. Moore on a short out. It's caught. He gets out of bounds. A pickup of 8. And we're going to go long fly to Landry. 2nd and 2. Take a shot at it. And it's good. Pickup of 30. Smith on the tackle for Minnesota. And a season high for Jarvis Landry, and Miami calls time, just to think about things a little bit. $1:45 to go. Trap left Zonka on first down. And it's a gain of 3. Had a sneeze come up on me. Zonka, 94 yards on 27 carries. 1:37 to go, and Miami will run it down to 58 seconds, and now they will call a timeout. We're going to go Nathan on a dive, just try to center the ball here for a game-winning kick, perhaps. 53 seconds to go. Well, they only got 1 timeout left. So we'll hurry, and on 3rd and 4, we're going to go Nathan again on a dive. Now we could run it down all the way, 37 seconds. Carpenter, 56% chance of hitting the field goal from here. We'll run it down to 3 seconds. So here we go. The kick will be from 32 yards. Heward is the holder, Brock Heward, or Heward. And this is for the win. Carpenter from 32. It's good, and Miami knocks Minnesota off of the realm of the undefeated with a 13-10 win. we'll show you the MVP of the game was Dan Marino, who threw the TD pass to Nat Moore to get it started. Carpenter with field goals of 42 and 32 yards, and that proved to be the distance, the last one. Team stats: Miami 386 and Minnesota 281. Minnesota did not have a trip to the red zone the whole game. Miami held it for 37-39, committed 7 of the 10 penalties. They had 68 plays. Minnesota only had 49. And we'll go through the player stats real fast. It was Marino who had the better day, 21-34, 278, 1 touchdown, gave up 1 sack. Leading rusher was Larry Zonka, 27 for 94. Nat Moore, 6 catches for 80 yards, but Landry had 5 for 99 to lead in the yardage department. The leading tackler was Bobby Bryant again for Minnesota, 13 tackles today. So Miami goes 3-1 and Minnesota goes 3-1 with the 13-10 result. And as I look, this was a rather quick game. We did it in 50 minutes. Tomorrow it's Tampa Bay entertaining Buffalo. Those two teams played a great game in the 2021 season, with Tampa Bay going way ahead, Buffalo making a late comeback, and then Tampa Bay winning in overtime. But both these teams now out of the 2021-2022 playoffs, and we'll look forward to next year. So Tampa Bay and Buffalo for you tomorrow. This has been Big Paulie coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.